Breaking news! The days are ticking by, and the Los Angeles Rams are training hard to ensure every player performs at their peak this season. The goal is the Super Bowl, and there's no time for messing around at this stage of the year. I want to discuss some crucial topics that might lead head coach Sean McVay to make some last-minute changes. I'll give you all the details in a moment, but first, make sure you hit that like button. Only do it, though, if you're excited for the opening games of the 2026 season. If you're a true Rams fan, type this: "Go Rams! My heart bleeds blue and yellow." I want to start this video by talking about this one guy, and then I'll move on to the other topics. Have you noticed who has quietly become the standout performer at the Los Angeles Rams' training camp? Yes, my friend. While everyone is talking about the new signings and the big-name stars, one player has been stealing the show day after day. And if what we're seeing carries over into the regular season, the Rams might have found one of the most important weapons for Sean McVay's offense. Terrence Ferguson has been a major standout at the Rams' training camp and is rapidly emerging as a strong candidate for a massive leap in performance during his second NFL season. After spending last year adjusting to the speed of the league and building chemistry with Matthew Stafford, Ferguson now looks like a completely different player. Everything coming out of camp points to a tight end playing with far greater confidence and a deeper understanding of the offensive scheme. His athletic traits were never in question. Ferguson has the size to overpower defenders, the speed to create separation, and the ability to pick up extra yards after the catch. These qualities already made him an intriguing weapon in the passing game. However, what has really impressed the coaching staff during camp is his evolution as a blocker. This is a fundamental aspect of Sean McVay's offense, and becoming more reliable in this role gives Ferguson the chance to stay on the field in virtually any game situation. Reports from practice show that the Rams are moving him all over the formation. Sometimes he's lined up as a traditional tight end attached to the offensive line. Other times, he's split out wide like a receiver, creating difficult matchups for opposing defenses. That kind of versatility is exactly what McVay loves, because it forces defenses to reveal their intentions before the snap and gives Matthew Stafford more options at the line of scrimmage. Inside the organization, there is growing belief that Ferguson is ready for a much bigger role this season. Expectations continue to rise, and if he keeps performing the way he has throughout camp, he could become one of the focal points of the Rams' offense. Right now, it's fair to say Terrence Ferguson has been one of the biggest winners of training camp, and fans have every reason to be excited about what could be coming this season. Now, let's talk about another player who continues to prove why he's one of the leaders of this football team. Byron Young is entering the final year of his current contract with the Rams, but if you ask him about his future, you won't hear any frustration or distractions. Instead, you'll hear someone who is completely focused on football. Young is coming off the best season of his career after recording 12 sacks and earning his first Pro Bowl selection. It was another major step forward for the edge rusher, who has improved every season since arriving in Los Angeles. Naturally, performances like that usually lead to contract extension talks, especially considering how valuable elite pass rushers have become across the NFL. Players at his position, who consistently produce double-digit sacks, are now earning massive contracts around the league. Even so, Young isn't allowing that situation to become a distraction. He admitted that getting a new contract now would certainly be nice, but he also made it clear that he appreciates everything he already has. He's playing for a team he loves, surrounded by coaches he respects, and entering his fourth NFL season in a situation where he feels comfortable. That attitude says a lot about the type of player Byron Young is. Instead of making headlines with contract demands or putting pressure on the organization, he's simply focused on preparing for another productive season. The Rams also have several important players entering the final year of their current deals, including Puka Nacua, Kobe Turner, Steve Avila, Kevin Dotson, and Warren McClendon Jr. Keeping all of those players together won't be easy, especially after the organization's aggressive off-season moves, including the additions of Myles Garrett and Trent McDuffie. Those blockbuster acquisitions strengthen the roster, but they also make the salary cap situation much more challenging moving forward. Still, Byron Young doesn't appear worried about any of that. He made his feelings perfectly clear when he said he loves this team and wants to stay with the Rams. Whatever happens in the future, he believes things will work themselves out, but his priority is remaining in Los Angeles. That's exactly the kind of mindset fans love to hear from one of the defense's most important players. And finally, let's switch gears, because there's another storyline developing during training camp that could have a huge impact on the Rams' offense this season. The Los Angeles Rams continue to push the evolution of the tight end position in today's NFL. Sean McVay has increasingly relied on formations featuring multiple tight ends, creating physical advantages that force opposing defenses into difficult situations. Those heavier personnel packages not only improve the running game, but also create ideal play-action opportunities for Matthew Stafford, allowing him to attack defenses that are forced to respect the run. The expectation around the team is that this approach could become even bigger in 2026, and once again, Terrence Ferguson finds himself at the center of those plans. The Rams believe Ferguson has the potential to become a dynamic receiving threat within this offensive system, someone capable of stretching defenses and creating explosive plays from the tight end position. His ability to line up in multiple spots gives McVay tremendous flexibility when designing game plans. But for that strategy to reach its full potential, the offense also needs a traditional inline tight end capable of handling the dirty work in both the running and passing game. Right now, that responsibility belongs to veterans Colby Parkinson and Tyler Higbee. Both players bring valuable experience, but Parkinson is scheduled to become a free agent after this season, meaning the Rams are already looking toward the future at the position. That's one reason why rookie Max Klare has become such an interesting name to watch. The former Ohio State tight end was drafted with the hope that he can eventually develop into the complete every-down player this offense requires. Training camp was expected to provide plenty of opportunities for him to learn behind the veterans, but circumstances may speed up that process. Backup tight end Davis Allen is currently dealing with a quad injury that will keep him sidelined for some time. Sean McVay explained that Allen suffered a soft tissue injury and that the coaching staff has no intention of rushing him back. Instead, they'll allow him to recover properly, while giving other tight ends valuable practice reps that they otherwise wouldn't receive. McVay also made it clear that Allen remains an important part of the team's plans for this season despite the injury. Allen's absence creates an unexpected opportunity for Max Klare. Last season, Davis Allen quietly filled several important roles within the offense. His blocking played a significant part in helping the Rams establish a more effective running game, creating opportunities for both Kyren Williams and Blake Corum. Replacing that type of versatility won't be easy, but it does give fans and the coaching staff an early opportunity to evaluate Klare's development against NFL competition. Over the next several weeks, every practice rep will matter. If Klare takes advantage of the extra opportunities, he could accelerate his development and begin carving out a meaningful role in Sean McVay's offense much sooner than expected. One thing is becoming increasingly clear as training camp continues. The Rams are building an offense with incredible versatility at the tight end position. Terrence Ferguson appears ready for a breakout season. Byron Young remains fully committed to the organization despite his contract situation, and the development of young players like Max Klare could add another important piece to an offense that already has high expectations entering the new season. As training camp continues, these are exactly the kinds of storylines that can shape the entire season before Week 1 even arrives. Every practice, every rep, and every opportunity matters. Players like Terrence Ferguson are showing they are ready to take on bigger responsibilities, while veterans like Byron Young continue to set the standard with their leadership and commitment to the team. At the same time, Young players such as Max Klare now have a chance to prove they belong and show the coaching staff they can be trusted when their number is called. One of the biggest strengths of this Rams roster is the competition taking place at nearly every position. Nobody is being handed a role. Every player has to earn it, and that's exactly what makes this team so dangerous heading into the season. Competition raises the level of everyone on the roster, and that's something Sean McVay has always believed in. If these trends continue over the next few weeks, the Rams could enter the regular season with one of the deepest and most versatile offenses they've had in years. Now it's your turn, Rams fans. Which player has impressed you the most during training camp so far? Do you think Terrence Ferguson is ready for a true breakout season? Or is there another player who has caught your attention? Share your thoughts down in the comments, because I read every single one. And if you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Rams news, training camp updates, and exclusive coverage throughout the season. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Go Rams!